Okay, so seems to be amazing news. Sorry about all that, but let me recap. Be very careful. If you have any Q hashtags and stuff like that, I would take them down, because here's the thing. Anonymous, when they do things, they do it in a systematic way, but sometimes there's collateral damage, and so people that might be like joking about Q or saying, like Q's being taken down, they might think that you're a Q supporter because everything's happening so fast. Just be super careful with Q hashtags when you're opening stuff. Be very careful. Make sure that you have a good adware or spyware. Just be careful. I'm not saying like be terrified. They're not like coming after everybody, but there are some people that have just spoken about Q and they're kind of now being collateral damage. Like John X Army, he did like one video about it because he didn't really know what was going on, and apparently something happened with him. But the executive order that I want to talk about, Ari Alexander, I believe his name is. He is pretty much a lobbyist for the people. He is a great guy. He's from the South. Us Southern people are cool. But he has been given the go-ahead to kind of leak this information because he wanted to make sure that it got out before they acted like this was because of Alex Jones, because it was not. They don't have all the details in place, but Trump is signing an executive order for internet, like essentially an internet bill of rights. Ari has been working on this for a long time. He tried to get Silicon Valley to, work with him, but they didn't want to. They didn't care. And so it is what it is, he said. But essentially the administration has called all of Silicon Valley liars, and they don't believe anything they're saying, and they are feeling that it is illegal for what they've been doing, censoring. Although it's technically not against the First Amendment, because when the First Amendment was written, they didn't have social media in the First Amendment wasn't like, they didn't have computers. But just like during the industrial period, before the industrial period, they didn't have child labor laws. And so they had child labor. But because of the child labor that they were using, they had to make child labor laws. So with everything comes, okay, we have to restructure this. And being that they have been so against, doing essentially very wrong things, it's essentially discrimination. There's no difference in what they're censoring. The people that are conservative and stuff like that is no difference than censoring somebody for their religion or their race, is how they're looking at it. And there might be big what are these lawsuits, whatever, the big ones. Anyway, so the executive order is coming very soon, within the next couple of weeks, and that's amazing. Because I know I've been feeling it. Oh my gosh, not even getting 1,000 views on, I think I got 400 views on that Extortion 17. I mean, come on, that's huge. But and it's just not, and it's not me, it's not just me, it's all of us, we know this. But right now we can't just sit back and say, oh well, he still needs our help, because they're asking for feedback from people in the community and stuff like that. I'll have further information. I'm going to try to talk to him, maybe even get an interview with him, and you can see his actual video where he talks about it. I will link that below. It's on Twitter, or I'll probably add a clip at the end of this video. That's what I'm going to do, and add his thing. Anyway, I just wanted to tell y'all about that, and if you would like to share, if you would like to support my channel, please do so. You know, with the censorship and everything, this is the only way we can continue getting truth out. And I'm not done with my Extortion 17 series. I still have a lot of information on that, and it's going to tie in. I'm going to roll it into 9/11 because September is coming, and I'm going to give y'all all the information that I have on that. Also, the anniversary of the USS McCain. I'm going to add the USS Fitzgerald in with that one because things came out after the anniversary of the Fitzgerald that are very pertinent to this, that shows that the official story was completely, I mean, it's so full of holes, it's like Swiss cheese. But there's so much stuff. And then Deborah Tavares, I want to talk about her and how she predicted the California wildfires back a couple of years ago. It was online. She didn't like predict it. It was, the information was online. So I want to talk about that, the directed energy weapons. There's so much stuff that I have you know, to do, but right now I'm looking for a real job because obviously you can't live on $40 a month. So definitely any donations, any, you know, joining Patreon, anything like that would be extremely helpful. And I want y'all's ideas of what do y'all think about having like a community type soapbox type. Definitely it won't be soapbox people but you know, something where you can go, and we're gonna try to figure out how we can do it to where it's almost 24 hours or something like that, to where it becomes a community that we can all, because this needs, all of these things that are going on, people are gonna, they're starting to feel hopeless and like, oh, we can't change anything. Yes, you can, but it needs to start at a local level. It really does. Your local elections, your state elections, yeah, the national elections are important, but no, we need to talk to our congressmen that are local to get things done. And so becoming a community, we'll be able to talk about how to go about doing things like that. And we need to become loud, because what happens when like the liberals are all loud and crazy about certain things? Things get done. And I'm not saying be loud like crazy, but we need to be loud as in our voices need to be heard. The Mother of All Rallies is coming up next month. I'm going to talk about that. There's so many things. So y'all please share this, because none of it, because I can, you know, with my other accounts, I'll go on to my other accounts to see if they got notifications, because I subscribe to my channel from my other account to see if I don't even get notifications. So I know y'all aren't getting or mostly nobody's getting notifications. So Twitter did not ban Alex Jones, meaning they see what's coming on, they see what's coming up, and so they seem to be already kind of ahead of the game on not censoring. So I think Periscope is also going to be where I'm gonna start going live, or like I said the other day, you know, I'll try to stream to all of them like I just did, but the Wi-Fi, I'm just using a Wi-Fi at some random place. That's neither here nor there. But yeah, so there's great news, but there's also, you know, we have to stay vigilant, guys. You know, who said it? I can't remember who said it, but he said, if there is going to be trouble and wars, let that trouble and wars happen in my time, so that my children and my grandchildren don't have to deal with it. And I wholeheartedly believe that. So, you know, let's get this stuff done. They don't need to win. If we just give up, yes, they will. You know, I went around asking people at Walmart the other day because I watched a high impact flicks video. I'll finish that video and you'll see what I'm talking about. But nobody would answer. Like, it was crazy. They're like, what can I do? We can't do anything about it. And that's the mentality of pretty much everybody. They're giving up. And that we cannot allow that to happen. And that was my fear with the Q thing. That people would be so up with the hope, you know. That doesn't mean things aren't going on, y'all. But, so, and I knew it was like, oh my gosh, once they find out, it's going to be like, they're just going to give up and say, nothing we can do. Yes, there is. You're not going to be made fun of. The people that called us terrible names for coming out about Q, I'm not going to hate you. I haven't blocked anybody. But, y'all have a wonderful day. Bye, guys.